Red Matter 2 is primarily a puzzle game, and it is a very challenging puzzle game, at least I thought so, I swear. Like, the game is so vague, and that makes it
The
even
access
harder.
terminal's working, but
There's
the
no
entrance is locked.
objectives, the game doesn't tell you
Doors
what to
won't open.
do, it's just like right here.
Could
It's like
stars
I'm at
have
a
done this?
door, I'm pushing this
There
button,
must be a
nothing's
way to unlock
happening,
them.
so it's like, okay, I guess I'll go somewhere else. And usually, yeah, like if you explore enough, you'll usually find like another entrance or a switch or something. It's just it can be a little frustrating that it doesn't tell you like any of that. And yeah, just at least like a little objective or something I think would help. But that could just be because I really don't have much VR experience. I stuck with it and I kept playing, and I'm glad I did because it's kind of hard to get a refund on PlayStation, and I actually ended up enjoying the game. So after that little bit of platforming you just seen, this is like one of the first puzzles in the game. I can't open that, so I checked the side of it. There's this thing, you can yoink it out your left arm and put it in here, and it kind of tells you what to do. Start hacking it, you get this little mini game. You just kind of hold your left arm out, and you'll see you can like grab this thing in the center and kind of pull it towards where the arrow's pointing. And there you go. I mean, that's just one of the little puzzles things. But yeah, so I get that open, and then you can see here it's obviously missing what I assume was like a wheel or something. And in the back of the room, there's a wheel here, and it's kind of like one of those Hanayama puzzles or whatever. Like you can see, I had to kind of turn the wheel upside down or whatever to get it off these pipes, which I thought was cool to do in VR. A lot of my beginning frustrations kind of came from my lack of experience. I don't know if it's just with VR as a whole, but once I kind of got a hang of the kind of things the game wanted me to do, I found myself taking less and less time on the next puzzle and the next puzzle. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, like, I found some of them ridiculously hard, and then, like, when my brain, like,
Right.
when my last two brain cells
Great.
connected, it's like,
Do you
what
think
was
you
I
can fix
struggling
it?
for? Like, I don't know. It
Maybe,
annoyed
yeah.
me, but it's just one of
Some
those
components look
good feelings
damaged.
when you finally
Others
get
are
the hang
missing
of it. It's like,
altogether.
oh my god, I
I'll see
actually
what I can
solved
do.
it. I'm not that dumb. With that being said, as a defender of the dumb, I came across this part, and it was like a retinal scanner, right? And it's like, oh, error, you don't have the right eyeball or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I didn't think much of it, right? Like, I don't know. Sometimes the brain just don't brain, you know? It's like the brain's not braining. I'm not thinking. And so I got to this room, and this room almost made me want to quit the game and just drop it. I mean, I'm glad I didn't because I enjoyed the game a lot. It was very fun. But when I got to the room, there's the blood samples. There was on the left side these power puzzles to get power run into all this stuff. And so by the time I finished all that, I got to this side, and I see ears, teeth, and eyeball. And so all I was thinking is, how do I use all three of these items? I wasn't thinking how do I use the retinal scanner. I just completely forgot about it. So I was just like, what do I need teeth, ears, and an eyeball for? So I was making them, and then I was using the wrong blood type, and I was just like making all this stuff for nothing. So I just think a little objective somewhere. Either when I pause the game, I think if I pause the game, that'd be fine. It won't break your immersion or whatever. You want a little reminder of what you have to do. If it would have just said, make an eye for clearance, something simple like that, I would have remembered. I was like, oh, right, I would have made an eye. I was over here making teeth, and I thought I had to make a face and put it somewhere or something, you know? But, yeah, that was my main problem with this game was just how vague, and I mean, I guess it was just hard. Like, it was just a little too hard on some parts. I mean, I was able to solve it, but I felt like I could have saved some time if I would have just had a little help. I did get a gun eventually, and visually, I thought the gun was awesome to use. You just swap your stuff with a simple button, and yeah, like the gun turns red, and you can see if I hold down the button, it vents out, and I like that it shoots a little air to cool it down. So yeah, visually, I thought it was awesome. And then the gun also, there's a little bit of combat in here, but the gun is going to be used to solve some puzzles, like shooting this door through this little opening. And the little bit of combat in the game, I won't say it was like the craziest combat ever, but I mean, it's there if you want to shoot some robots and stuff. So yeah, when I was beating some of these, the way they make you do them is just so creative. I love it. I love the puzzles in here. Um, if you get frustrated easy, I maybe won't recommend it, but if you want to challenge your brain, maybe raise your IQ a bit, then maybe play this game. I love the puzzles, the platforming, the little silly notes this robot would give me. I thought the visuals are great. You get this flashlight and you can shoot these flares and just see how it illuminates across the walls as it flies down the hall. Just you do get to fly to other planets, and I mean it's kind of like a almost like a fast travel thing. You're not gonna be flying through space as you stare at the stars and stuff. But when I got here, I mean I was able to see. You can see like I don't know what is this. This is like Neptune, but is that like water on the surface of the planet or something? Like I thought I was impressed. I had to stare at it for a while. So yeah, I'd give this game like an 8 out of 10. Like I mentioned, my biggest problem it was just kind of like the lack of an objective to help people out. But it's a great puzzle game, and I forgot to mention it, but yeah, the music was good too. So yeah, if you want to challenge your brain, go ahead and give it a shot.